This is the voice of America. For generations, that phrase echoed through Iron Curtains and Cold War nights. But today, Donald Trump is shutting it down with the stroke of a pen. And he's not stopping there. He wants to uproot America's entire public broadcasting system. In the previous episode, we looked at how Trump pulled VOA Operation and replaced its international news with partisan content, the legal battles that followed, and the storied legacy of the Voice of America. This is the second episode, a deep dive into the century-long history of public broadcasting, and a closer look at what makes this Trump-style war on truth so dangerous. Next time, we'll tackle the third and final chapter, Trump's deeper motives, political calculations, and what it all means for America. But first, let's start here. What exactly is public broadcasting? And where did it come from? NPR, National Public Radio, and PBS, the Public Broadcasting Service, are not official mouthpieces. Just like Voice of America and Radio Free Europe, they're funded by Congress, but designed to be editorially independent. Public broadcasting dates back 100 years, but it took 40 years for the United States to build its own system. Today, American public broadcasters are smaller in scale and presence compared to their European counterparts. The turning point came in 1927, when the British government granted the BBC a royal charter. That made it the first truly independent, non-commercial, public broadcasting institution in the world. In 1932, BBC launched its global service, now called the BBC World Service, broadcasting in over 40 languages. During World War II, the BBC became a lifeline across occupied Europe. Audiences secretly tuned into "This is London," calm, clear, and defiant. Churchill's "We shall never surrender" speech shook the world through the BBC airwaves. When France's Vichy government surrendered, it was from BBC's French program that General de Gaulle issued his iconic June 18 appeal, sparking the French resistance. A decade later, in 1942, the US launched the Voice of America, with the solemn promise: "The news may be good. The news may be bad. We shall tell you the truth." The Nazis feared the BBC. Goebbels called it one of Britain's most dangerous weapons. To this day, the BBC remains one of the most respected public broadcasters in the world, and yes, Trump hates it. It wasn't until 1967 that the U.S. Congress overwhelmingly passed the Public Broadcasting Act. It created the CPB, Corporation for Public Broadcasting, a non-profit agency to distribute federal funds, with one mission: preserve editorial independence. In 1970, PBS was born. In 1971, NPR followed. They are non-profit, non-government institutions. They don't answer to the White House, Congress, or any political party. Each local station that joins NPR or PBS remains fully independent, with its own board, its own leadership, and full editorial control. How much government money do they get? Not much. NPR gets less than 5% of its budget from CPB. For PBS, it's under 15%. But that didn't stop them from becoming cultural landmarks. From Morning Edition and All Things Considered, to Sesame Street, NewsHour, Frontline, American Masters, Nova, Nature, and Independent Lens, these are staples of American life, part of the country's soft power and cultural DNA. These shows educate, inform, and inspire. They showcase American life and values to the world. So here's the question: what exactly is the crime? Why does Trump want them gone? Public broadcasting is a public good, a civic service. It's journalism, culture, and education. If you really believe in freedom of speech, freedom of press, and freedom of culture, why shut them down? Trump says it's about saving money. That's the excuse. But we've seen this before. Trump always needs a story. Something dramatic. A phrase to push. A new enemy of the people. That's how he takes power, by taking control of the narrative. Killing public broadcasting while promoting MAGA media isn't just budget politics, it's about controlling the national conversation. He calls NPR and PBS deeply biased, corrupt, and a waste of taxpayer money. No evidence. No numbers. Just vibes. It's not just censorship. It's demolition. Tear down institutions, rewrite rules, and silence voices that won't cheerlead. He even timed the announcement for World Press Freedom Day. That's not a coincidence, it's a middle finger. But here's the kicker: Trump still isn't a king. His orders are facing lawsuits. His Justice Department is being challenged in court. Congress hasn't been bypassed. Not yet. For all the noise, the American system still works, barely. So what's the real reason behind this purge? That's the question the courts, the public, and maybe you are starting to ask. Do his excuses hold up? What's he really after? Let us know what you think. Share this video if you believe this matters. I'm Feng Ming. See you next time.